Hi, it's Jeff.
And Denise from MouseSteps.com.
And this is our second installment of MouseSteps Weekly.
And we are sponsored by Theme Park Connection in Winter Garden. We had met Merida, Princess Merida from Pixar's Brave last week at Epcot, but she is now in Fairytale Garden in the Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, the former place that held Rapunzel
and Flynn Rider at one point.
Right.
And there you are.
I'm learning the delicacies of the bow and arrow right there.
It's not much of an arrow. It's like a snub nose at the end.
But it's fun, and it's not just kids. They let adults do it, as you could see. So I think that's a nice little bonus.
I thought it was a lot of fun. It's a nice area. I think Disney had said it was supposed to resemble the Scottish Highlands, and I wouldn't say it exactly resembles the Scottish Highlands, but there's Princess Merida. She is the same one, of course, that we met in Epcot.
Right, and I think she remembered us somehow. She's saying how these bears are very hungry, and she can't really let the bear out of the bag yet, but I know some things about these bears, and it would sort of spoil the story if she tells too much. But I think I think when this thing really opens, she'll be able to reference the bears a little more.
When the what opens?
When the movie opens.
Oh,
when
okay.
Brave opens.
I didn't know if we had not yet had an official opening of Fairytale Garden here. So, there I am. Hopefully, I'm not. I made some faces because I didn't really want to.
No.
There I am.
Look
That's
at a smiley. Face. It's a very nice face. A very nice face.
I made you cut some of it out yesterday.
But she was very nice to us, considering there was a little controversy about the accent from the various newspapers around the world.
Our video was picked up by Daily Record UK and look how cute, and IO9 and a few other places.
Irish Daily or something like that.
I forget what it's called.
I don't know.
Something in Irish Times Online or something.
Yeah, but apparently accent is a big deal to some people. It sounded fine to me though.
Well, I'm terrible with the different accents as far as the different UK accents.
Look at those. Those will be very popular.
Those
the
bears.
Little bears. And she's showing the little bears to the big bears, or the cubs, whatever.
And she was cuddling them. They're very soft. The merchandise bears are very soft.
Do you know the price of such a bear?
I'm thinking it's around $24.99, but I don't remember.
Oh, there's Angus the horse.
King Fergus.
Yeah.
I believe that's King Fergus. Mm-hmm. I can't wait for Brave. I've been looking forward to it all year long.
I can't wait for it either. I think all this is nicely done, though. I enjoyed the whole experience. So, and there's Angus again.
The merchandise, pretty much everything except for one or two items, actually is branded Disney Store. I don't know if the Disney parks are going to kind of get their own merchandise, which is usually the case. There's a Princess Merida doll, and I believe these have been at the Disney Store for a couple of weeks at least now.
Yeah, I was not aware of that until you pointed it out. So to me, I thought it was just all new theme park Brave merchandise.
We covered the Disney Store Glendale, and I believe all that was in the pictures and video. Those are so cute.
We saw a family in front of us while we were waiting. They had 3 of them. They bought 3 of them already, sight unseen, for the pictures for their little son. So
I saw one father who asked his daughter if she would like a Princess Merida doll. She said no, and I said to the mother, I said, in a few weeks that will be different.
And apparently that playset there, they say, gives away some of the spoilers of the movie. So I tried to not look at it too carefully.
And this bottle has a bear head.
Yes, the bear head that pulls back,
bear cub,
which will remind you of. Just remember this later on when we look at the new Mickey soap bottles.
Oh, okay. They flip up.
In this one, I think you drink out of the back of Merida's head.
Yeah, I thought that was the only thing I thought was a little odd. And there's her dress.
And
I think there will be a lot of little girls in that dress very soon.
I think you might be right, but there's plenty of
merchandise.
Brave merchandise to be had. And now we're going to change gears and talk about the all-new H2O offerings at the All-Star Music Resort.
And from what I understand, also the Pop Century, maybe all the values by now. have the new packaging and new fragrance.
Yeah, my parents were in town, and we just happened to be visiting them over at the All-Star, and they said halfway through the trip, they switched out their soaps with these new fancy soaps.
Well, it's a new blushing orange fragrance, both for the shampoo conditioner combo and for the soap. And the bottle has a flip-top Mickey Mouse cap.
I tested out these new selections
As did
myself,
I.
and they are delightfully good.
I thought they were a little nicer
And
than what was
there is
there
the
before.
the cap that's reminiscent of the bear cub head on the Brave.
Except
drink
you don't
cup.
want to drink out of it.
No.
Probably tastes bad.
But in this picture here is a demonstration of the old style shampoo container.
I think a lot of guests will be keeping their bottles.
So our next thing is Goofy's Mystery Tour 2012, International Goof of Mystery. And last Thursday we were invited, the second year in a row, to accompany some cast member friends and attend this fun event.
Before anything starts, Goofy was out there, and he usually isn't out there as often as he was this year. He was in this great Man of Mystery outfit, and he was there all night long.
Yeah, it's worth it just to see the different outfits and different looks that only happen maybe once ever.
And there's Dan Cockrell, the vice president of Disney's Hollywood Studios.
And he's saying his funny line, how there's more people at this
Then we're
presentation than at the show.
show.
And it got a big laugh from all the cast members, so I thought that was very funny.
I think one of the best things is seeing Goofy, in that cool outfit, and we got to have our picture taken with him.
And we were able to interact with him while we were playing the game. But first we have trivia questions.
100 of them, 100 trivia questions first to answer.
And let's see how many you can get. And that's George Mitchell.
Don't tell them the answer. They can.
Okay, well, here you go. You can write down the answers to these next two.
I didn't know that one.
I know this one.
I didn't know that one either.
September 7th, 1984.
No, you're not supposed to tell them.
Okay, sorry. But, and then these are the guys you have to find at the end. You find one of them to give you the final clue. And this is what not to do. This is how to get thrown out of the mystery tour. You cannot
no
drink,
riding.
You cannot run away. And
No
what is
running
this?
away. No riding rides.
Well, disappearing from the designated area. And there is David, one of our teammates. We're all connected, by the way. You have to bungee yourself
to each other.
Right. So there's the other half of our team working on it. And there's the
There's
international
Goofy.
mystery man, Mr. Goofy. So there's third place. And you run all around and
For 2
solve
hours.
mysteries. It's very tiring. It's exhausting, but it's fun, and
It is
it
a lot
gives
of
your
fun.
brain a workout. And there's the winners. We don't know any of these people, but there's the winners. And those are the volunteers who helped. They all volunteered their time.
And there we are with Goofy.
And we had a great time, but an exhausting time, and we had to get up very early
The next
to
day.
go to this place.
Gaylord Palms.
Gaylord Palms.
One of my favorite resorts in the area.
They had a little 3-day weekend for us.
A media weekend.
And it was tremendous.
It was amazing. And I did a photo walk also of the resort, which I'll have up soon.
But this is Shrekfeast, because we needed to have a feast after.
And that's the town crier.
Right, and he's welcoming us.
With a burp.
Yes, of course. And there
Oh,
is.
I look so tired.
Well, you probably are very tired.
And you asked me, you put me totally on the spot. What does that taste like? Actually, it tastes like High C Ecto Cooler, but for some reason I said Hawaiian Punch.
None of the viewers are going to know. So if you just can
Ecto
went
Cooler.
on with your Hawaiian Punch, no one would be the wiser.
And there's Princess Fiona as a face character instead of as a plush character.
Not plush. Instead of a rubber head, so to
know
speak.
what to
But on the cruise, she is the other way.
On the Royal Caribbean, right? She's on Royal Caribbean. We have not seen her there.
Right.
We've
And
never.
any other place you go, she is
And earlier.
ogre. In the ogre form, I call it.
Right.
She is at the ogre form.
And Ice also. At Ice she was this year. And
this is delightfully nice for your morning.
yeah, Shrek came over. He
picking something out of
passed a
somewhere.
little gas, picked his nose.
Eats it. He's going to eat it. And just because we weren't sure, he's going to give us another little treat. This is free of charge, by the way. And thank you, Shrek.
The food here, and I'm not talking about this, is really very good. Excellent buffet food.
Yeah,
Upgraded,
I would say one of the best.
And huge selection. And there's
Puss
my
in Boots.
favorite, Puss in Boots.
And we asked him right now, does he like the, what is it? Not jungle
Swamp
juice. Swamp
juice.
juice.
Swamp juice, which is what like Ecto-Cooler.
But he did not like the swamp juice.
Well, he likes milk.
Right. So he made a funny face.
I highly recommend this as part of the package, or you can book it separately Saturdays and Sundays. But go earlier, like a 9 o'clock.
Right. The characters stop at 10:30. So if you want to have maximum time to
I would get
interact
there
with
at
all
9.
the characters, I would say 9:30. So no matter what, you'll have plenty of time to, get a little bonus from Mr. Shrek.
Plus, there's so much food to try, so early is good.
Now, keeping with the character theme, it seems, of this episode, we're going to do our vintage segment, and this is looking back at Epcot in 1991. And where would this be? Can you figure out where this is?
I know where this is. It's Canada.
But I have not seen the Canadian Goofy in a long, long time. And if you go and you watch this video, we have links to all the videos. You can hear the bus, the old Epcot World Showcase bus in
I
the
don't know
background.
if I ever rode the bus.
Oh, and here's Roger Rabbit
Roger
at
Rabbit.
the former Disney MGM Studios. And you don't see this guy at all in the parks. But he was great. He kind of hit my mother's dog, so she's scolding him. That's my mother.
You
over
said
there.
she still has that
Yeah,
Pluto.
she still has that Pluto 21 years later. She retired it though. She
I've
keeps
never
it at
seen
home.
her wearing it.
It's vintage. She's showing the Pluto to the real Pluto, and the real Pluto seems to identify. So he treats it much nicer. Roger whacked it on the head before, so that's why she had to scold him. But the
you don't
characters
see the
are always
characters
fun.
in
I
these
love
type of outfits anymore.
No.
And you don't see Roger Rabbit. Hopefully someday there'll be a Roger Rabbit too, and I bet then we'll see him.
Yeah, the Hollywood outfits must have been retired some time ago because I don't even remember the last time I saw them.
I don't either.
Okay, now we're going to see a blast from the past.
I have no idea what this is.
This is Zummy Gummy.
I don't know anything about it.
And it's from the old Mickey Starland, the Disney afternoon show they used to have there. And
was Zummy Gummy on TV?
oh yeah, the gummy bears. Gummy bear.
I never watched that. I was in my 20s.
You ate the gummy bears, I'm sure.
I ate them, yes, in school and stuff, yes.
Well, that's where the idea came from to
make
this
a show.
But there's many others. There's Scrooge
It didn't look
McDuck.
like a good idea.
There are the Chippendale Rescue Rangers.
I
There's-
remember them.
All of them are in the show. But
Okay.
I think I've recorded 4 or 5 different versions of the show because it changed out every year as new shows came. Okay, and this is my favorite of all. It's the Space Cadets in Tomorrowland.
And I totally don't remember them there.
Yeah, look at that. It's tremendous.
I didn't used to meet the characters so often.
How come?
I don't know. I figured I was too old for it even when I was like 10.
And now
I do it all the time.
What are we? We're 45 now, and we spend hours waiting to meet the characters like we did yesterday with Merida. But look at this. Space Cadet Roger, Space Cadet Goofy, and Space Cadet Pluto. What more could you ask for in a trip to Tomorrowland? Breaking news.
Breaking news. Today, D23 announced that they will have a special preview for D23 members, and I believe Disneyland annual pass holders as well, where for $50 for a 4-hour segment, guests can go and enjoy Buena Vista Street and Carsland, which is very exciting. I can't wait for the Luigi's Flying Tires especially. And also, there's a $500, I don't know if you'd call it a package or a ticket, which includes a 3-course dinner at the Carthay Circle restaurant, as well as special World of Color viewing.
And there is the Carthay Circle restaurant there was.
Very quick. And if you would like to try to get those D23 tickets, they will be available on May 18th at 10 a.m. PST, which is 1 p.m. our time.
Mm-hmm, that's correct. And I'm guessing it's the same price as the pass holder.
Right, I think everything is the same, and we're pass holders as well.
Yes, and I also entered a contest to
I
go
entered
to
that
a
as
special
well.
preview of such Carsland.
And the contest is on June 11th. The date is June 11th. For
Right,
the
so
contest
actually
winners.
this stuff is even earlier. This is
Yes.
before even that, so That is pretty cool. If you
But I'm
ask
not
me.
sure how airfare is so high now. So if we win the contest, we'll figure out the
Well, yes,
airfare.
yes. After we win the contest, then we worry about the airfare. Oh, there. Now this looks very cool.
Luigi's Flying Tires, which is the thing I'm most looking forward to, which is like a big air hockey table.
But this is the what is this?
Radiator Springs Racers.
And it actually is racers. Like somebody wins, somebody loses. We were told at the preview last year.
It's like Test Track. It's like a newer Test Track.
But I like that it's really a competition. Like you know, somebody's going to win, and that's kind of neat.
It probably will not be me. I'm looking forward to the new. I just can't believe that DCA will look so different now.
And that about does it for episode 2. Thanks for listening.
Bye, everyone. And remember, MouseSteps is on Twitter.
And we'll see you next week.
Bye.